Joy Division project is an absolute exploration of the deepest recesses of Ian Curtis's music. There are key musical motifs that you'll hear, but it's not a slavish duplicate of Joy Division. It's not a cheesy cover version. It's an absolute new piece of work.
It's pretty visceral, you know. Their music is like on edge. It's dirty, dark, brittle, brutal sort of music. We didn't want to make it like a long through composed kind of suite. We instead wanted to keep it to where it was, which is basically like one smashing monster groove. Let's see what happens if we like take that and fuck with it.
The way that was developed was Robin Rimbaud, who's known as Scanner, actually did the first demos and dismantling. He ripped it all apart, the music of Joy Division, and did his own version. We then took that into a rehearsal room, got the band members, which are a key part of this show. There's three people, Matt Calvert, Adam Betts and Rob Gentry, who are like this trio in the middle, this electronic band in the middle. And in the rehearsal room, they took Robin's demos and ripped them apart again, so kind of dismantled them even further and explored them. And then those recordings of that rehearsal were then taken by the orchestrator, Tom Trapp, who then expanded them into full orchestra. The visuals are key for us as an orchestra. We always play in darkness, and we like to have very striking imagery.
I wasn't such a big fan of Joy Division. I hadn't really listened to their music, I was aware of them. So I was told to watch the documentary called Joy Division, and after watching that realised that they were one of the best bands that Britain had produced. And I became a big fan, and so I was very precious about not losing their feel or their message or their intensity or the tonality that they created. Because they were a punk band, you know, they weren't trying to be big and clever necessarily, but they struck a chord. It was a bit of magic chemistry going on with that band.
I think the reason why I'm probably more understanding of this music is because I know about it. You know, I know the history behind it and the rhythms and the concepts. So that way you can imbue that knowledge to the players. I think sometimes orchestras do gigs where they get a conductor that comes up and probably doesn't even own an Eric Clapton CD, let alone Joy Division, and then there's no link, you know, there's no translation, and then it sounds like this whole ice cream white coat thing, you know, where they do, you know, like a, you know, the so-and-so orchestra plays rock, and then they do this like rock gig in the park, you know, and everyone like has their lunch, and then it sounds terrible. So we're trying to avoid that.